Well, my father comes from Chicago. I think he was born in 19, I don't know how old the man is. I don't know what my father's birthday is. I don't care. So he was born in Chicago, right? And it was 1940s. And my grandparents, who were Italian, right? My grandmother might have been a little Irish, okay? Had a little Irish in her. Maybe not. But they divorced. My grandfather was a bartender, and my grandmother was a piano player. They got married, didn't like each other, they got divorced, and in those days, if you get a divorce, it's not good. So they left their kids in the orphanage, which coincidentally is the same orphanage my grandmother grew up in. So I remember as a child, my dad would get really drunk and he would tell me stories about this orphanage that was on the south side of Chicago, which is where a lot of African American families lived around. And he told me a story once that he was very curious about what was going on in their churches. And he said he looked into the church and he saw all the singing and hallelujah, and it scared the shit out of him. He ran back to that orphanage and he never left. Now, he left to go to the movies when he was a teenager, and he saw the movie Giant, starring Elizabeth Taylor, Rock Hudson, and James Dean. My father was 17 years old. After seeing that movie, he decided he was going to move to the Old West and marry himself a little sexy senorita and be a cowboy, okay? And my mother, on the other hand, okay, 10 years younger than my father, she was born in a tiny little town in Mexico, right? In Sonora, 8 hours from the Arizona border. She's a tiny little Mexican woman, the size of a jalapeno, and she'll beat you with a shoe if you stay in the bathroom for too long. She was raised, and that's why she'll beat you, because she was raised in a very Catholic family. She had 9 brothers and sisters. I don't know, uncles, aunts, I don't know who they are. I don't care. I'm just telling you this story, so let's stay focused on me, okay? Because I'm the one who's important here. Okay, back to my mother. My mother was this tiny little lady who was stuck in a very Catholic household, and you can't move out of these houses until you're married, okay? And you can't piddle yourself, and you can't get any relief for your sexual urges until you are married, you little slut! Because that's what the Catholic Church teaches you. I love it, religion. It's good. So my dad was working on a farm, right? Because he loved that movie Giant. He wanted to be Rock Hudson, except without the gay stuff and the AIDS and all that. So he was on the ranch, whatever. They hoard the cattle together, okay? And they hoard them together, and they let them out to pasture. That is when the cows go out and they start gnawing on that grass like they're addicted to it. So he was letting the cattle out at night or whenever they do that. And he thought, I'm almost 30 years old. I should really lose my cherry. I don't know. He probably fucked something before that. Lost his cherry too. I mean, there's sheep all over the place, so come on, let's be honest. So he put out the word that he was looking to get hitched, if you know what I'm saying. And old mommy back in Mexico's like, what? Green card right here, bitch. So they got married, needless to say. He had to carry her up to the altar because she's only that big. She's the size of a jalapeno and twice as spicy. I almost broke out in a dance there. So they got hitched, okay? They have one baby. That's my older brother. Very fat. He loves a good bean burrito. He drinks Heineken, and he's a plumber, okay? And that little stereotype about the plumber's cleavage, okay, he's got, okay, two big hams back there. So if anybody needs a plumber, actually, I don't know where he is. I don't care either. I don't speak to him anymore. And then I was born, the middle child. Hi. And my parents were like, what the fuck is that? I think it's gay. I think it's gay. Flush it. Flush it. It's a sin. Don't touch yourself. And me, and then I had a little sister who was born a drug addict. She's like, hey, where are the painkillers? Oh, that was my mom? Okay, sorry. Anyway, my mom's so tiny. Here's a funny story. She's so tiny that she had to have 3 C-sections. Okay, so 3 little babies smiling up at her. She's like this way now, her vagina. So they had these 3 children, right? And 15 years, oh, I gotta tell you. My mother's got a real famous story. She tells everybody this story. She's like, the first words, because my mom didn't speak a lick. Did I just say spit? No, that's not. Don't. The first English I learned when I gotta do the accent. The first words I learned in English when I moved to this country was, I can't afford it. Because my dad was so cheap, he would just, instead of a couch, he would bring in like little milk crates and stuff. My mom's like, hey, I didn't sign up to live in a trailer full of junk, you know, makeshift couches made out of an old horse's hoof, okay? She wanted real furniture, okay? She came to this country with dreams of real furniture, folks. Real furniture. And what she got was milk crates and some 2x4s put over to the old horse hoof, and that was a couch. Of course, I don't remember any of this, because as soon as I could, I said, where's the beer? Okay, this existence sucks. We're in a trailer. It smells like cow shit, because there's cows everywhere. Okay? They are everywhere. Excuse me, this is getting too personal. I have to take a break. These cows, okay, they were very sexually enticing to me as a child, so it was rough. And then being Catholic, you know. But luckily I had beer to calm my urges. Anyway, my mom thought children stink really bad. She just thought, you could have just came fresh out of the shower. She was like, what's that smell? It's stinky. So she's like, you take the talco, okay, the talcum powder, and you put it here, you put it here, you put it all over yourself, in your ass. You put it in your ass. I was like, okay. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll use the talcum powder. Get out of the bathroom. You touching yourself. You touch yourself, it's going to fall off. And if you touch yourself, I'm going to get the cuckoo's clowns to come take you away. The cuckoo's clowns. For years, I thought the cuckoo's clowns were this gang of clowns that came and kidnapped children who touched themselves. Okay, I lived in fear for most of my life. But then eventually, I was watching the news, and there was a report on the Ku Klux Klan. I thought, wait a second. My mom's broken English, Ku Klux Klan, cuckoo's clown. The woman was basically threatening her children with a lynching if you masturbated. All right, I guess I should go back. In maybe it was 1989, my mother opens up this Mexican bakery in Tucson, Arizona. And it was a fucking freak show, okay? Anybody who could slither across the border had a job at La Buena Tortilla Factory, okay? And it was La Buena, if you know what I'm saying. My mom started a little tryst. She was still married to my father, which is fine, you know. He was a drunk. Aren't we all? She had an affair with one of her little hot, spicy tortilla makers. Oh, I like it. Miss Catholic, don't masturbate in the bathroom or it's going to fall off. Bitches having sex on the sacks of flour. Okay, I found a pair of panties that weren't hers, they were his. He liked that kind of thing. The funny thing about Pepe, her lover, was that he had polio. So this is what really interested me about him. He was a polio victim. So he had one very large shoe, okay? One tiny little shoe for 1 foot. That was the normal one, okay? He was the size of like Frankenstein. So, you know where I'm going with this? So he had one tiny little shoe and one huge motherfucking shoe. And I, being the homo teenager, was like, where can I get 2 of those exact big shoes? And I can have my platforms, and I could really disco the night away. I never did find those, but I did disco the night away, let me tell you. So she had a little tryst with this guy. She had tons of trysts in there, let me be honest. And that's when my parents, like, kind of divorced. My sister ran away to Mexico. Nobody cared. My parents didn't care. My mom's like, they're leaving? Oh, no, my children. Oh, sorry. My children, don't. Oh, hey, bye, see you, fuck off. Fuck off, whiteys. And, you know, we were on our own. I think I was like 15, 16. My dad, you know, our house got repossessed. My dad moved into this tiny apartment. My brother was pissed off living with my mom. He believed her. You know, he wanted to work at the tortilla factory and, you know, happy. But look, you know what happened? He caught the bitch in bed with this Pepe and his big shoe, okay? Big shoe right next to the bed. My mom was probably sleeping in it. That's probably what happened. But my mom, one thing she taught me, and this is just the most beautiful little story I got to tell you about Mother. Mother said, I never leave a man until I'm sure I have one waiting for me in the wings, okay? So she's like, Pepe's hitting me. All right, next. Que siga el que entra, por favor. And you know who it was? A 36-year-old Cuban man who was my age at the time. Aww. Brothers. We were like brothers, man. Like brothers, motherfucker. Anyway, so you know what? I had enough. I had enough of Tucson, Arizona. I got my GED, all right? I guessed on all those motherfucking things, but it turned out I passed. I passed my GED. High school? Me, high school. Me, passy, me, Reed. Cat. Okay, so I moved to Portland, Oregon in 1993, motherfuckers. You know what that, you know what that was. The grunge movement, all right? Kurt Cocaine, motherfuckers. So I moved to Portland, Oregon, and I lived in a hotel, okay? I lived in a hotel sucking cocks left and right for crystal meth. Okay, that never happened. But I did suck cocks. Oh, wait, no, I did do crystal meth. Okay, I didn't do drugs at the time. I was a good kid. I was just trying to make it. My family is gone. They hate me. They threw me out on my duff. I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to be an alcoholic like my father. I'm not going to be a slut like my mother. What happened, folks? What happened? I am an alcoholic hooker. That's me. I'm a hooker, you know. So I moved to Portland during and these were wonderful times. I'd love to tell you about it, but I can't remember a damn thing. I took drugs, I put my legs in the air. Oops, I woke up 2000. Hi, it's the millennial, right? 2000 rolled around, just snuck up right from nowhere. And I'm like, where'd the 90s go? My first acting job. I moved to San Francisco in 2001. Yeah, I don't know what happened in 2000. Okay, I got drunk. I ended up in Santa Cruz eating out of the garbage for 2 years. Yeah, they got good garbage down there in Santa Cruz, motherfuckers. So I moved to San Francisco, and I got a job on the WB, starring Rocco George as the Cheese Demon on the short-lived stop-motion animation show, The Phantom Investigators. Okay. And that was my first paid acting gig. Hooray for Hollywood! Kill me, please. I love death. And that was probably the best acting job I ever got. Needless to say, I never worked again until 2009. I got the starring role in the hit film Clownstrophobia. It's about a clown that kills. Available on DVD. And that was a big hit. And that was actually directed by Geraldine Winters, a stay-at-home grandmother who just had a passion for horror films and making money. You don't make money, not in horror films, unless you make that one hit that's just Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you know. I worked with Trauma. Trauma. Thank you. That's a little frog in my throat. Actually, it's just a cum ball. I'm a hooker, you know, if anybody wants, a little tickle, little sucky, I'm available. I'm not just an actor, but I'm a hooker, too. Not like these fucking prima donnas back in New York. They don't suck a cock. They're, oh, make me a star. Then suck, bitch. Man, woman, I don't care. Get to sucking. Where's your penis? Okay. When I said suck, I didn't mean my penis. I meant my elbow. It's a new fetish. Get with it, cunts. So I've done a lot of very low-budget horror, and I'm working on my new film, Neptune's Song of Horror, starring my very own character, Miss Bailey Faye. Let me do her. Can I do her for you? Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Bailey Faye. When my husband left me 2 years ago after I had my stroke, I thought, this is the end of my life, okay? This is the end of my life. So I said, I'm not just going to lay here and die. I am going to do arts and crafts. Did I say farts and craps? I meant arts and farts. I believe I just had another stroke. That is Bailey Faye, everyone. Chameleon! You guys said I was going to have beer. Let me introduce you to a few of my friends. Being lonely, I like to make friends. My own friends, I'm going to introduce you to this little lady, okay? This little lady, oh, oops, she just laid an egg there. She's a chicken. She's a little chicken. Wait, let me see. How do I do this? I'm a puppeteer, too. How else am I going to lure the children? I mean, no. Be nice to the children. Don't feed them your turds, Rocco George. They got the worms. Hello, everyone. I'm Eleanor Roosevelt, and I'm here to talk to you about the government. The government's always watching you, you know. Are they? Yes. Don't use that Samsung television. It's also a recording device. That's Eleanor Roosevelt. I got into puppetry because I didn't have any friends. And now I do all the time. They talk to me and they this is Juana de la Banana. And she's, hello, I'm Juana de la Banana. And this is her best friend, Newt. Hi, my name is Newt. And I eat turds. There's nothing wrong with eating turds. He likes eating mud, that's why. Jeez, that's disgusting. You can't eat the mud. Sometimes the mud's turds. Culero, baboso. Okay, I won't eat dirt anymore. I'll just eat the mud that comes out of Rocco's asshole. Those are two of my wonderful friends. They never leave me. And this is my new friend, my new wonderful friend, Miss Dusty Bunny. Oh, it's every day you hear or see something that makes you wanna run away. But I forgot. Don't fear and give me a shout. If you should need me, I'm always around. I'm Dusty Bunny, the lady under your bed. I'll keep you safe at night where you lay your head. I am here while you dream above. There are no monsters where there is love. Thank you. I'd like to thank you all for giving me this time, for inviting me into your homes and hearts, and allowing me to sleep on your couch and have sex with your beagle. Thank you so much. I will be here in the morning when you wake up. That big furry lump on your couch, that's just me saying hello and throwing you a big fart right towards your face. I eat hot dogs, so they smell extra tasty. I do bar mitzvahs, and I do the rabbis too. I do the rabbis. I have no shame. I'm a disgusting human being. So if you'd like my puppet show at your kid's party, please just go to roccogeorge.com or Pornhub.